Hello Polytopia lovers, I am just a guy today casting Hood who's scared of wood. The rules here are no chopping trees, no planting trees, no burning trees, and most importantly, no lumber huts. Now it's interesting to think how this will affect the players. The no lumber huts especially, with very little eco capabilities earlier on, and taking a look at the tech tree, what is going to drive people down. You see the hunting to forestry, and then cats, probably a lot less likely now. So are we going to see more riders? Is someone going to go down to smithery for swords, or up to knights? Or perhaps just win with some form of rider rush or warrior rush, or any other combination. Okay. The players we have here are Anonym versus myself on a lakes map. Obviously it's a hood mirror. Let's get going. And I would just say before we get going, this water being away, this I'd say is a reasonably uncommon map, is, well, quite uncommon. Simply because both of these players are close together, so we're really going to be playing a lot of a land map here. I doubt water's going to come into this a whole lot. Of course, I know having played the game, but I'm trying to speculate without that. Okay, turn one. There we go. Turn one. Wasn't that quick? Wish there was a way to slow this down, but there isn't. So, it's actually T0, but turn one. So, I have moved up with my archer. I've now moved him across because this is T1. And I made another warrior. So, I am going to be waiting to get 9 money, and then I'm going to take hunting and get both of those hunting spots, both of those bison, boar, water buffalo, water buffalo, to push that city up to level 2 and get a workshop. However, that is not what I can say for my opponent Anonym. He has decided to go for a quick eco, which is reasonably uncommon with a non-T0 tribe, because although he is going to get that eco a turn sooner, he has missed out on a warrior, which means less opportunity to go and get more cities. Okay, moving on. Here comes turn one, and turn one, you can see he's moved his archer out. This is perfectly common. He's seen a nice village above him, quite lucky, and I have done the same. I've moved left, seen a village, also quite lucky. There's quite a lot of village density going on in the south of this map, and the difference here being I have moved my warrior up, whereas Anonym doesn't have that warrior. Neither of us can see each other to shoot, because you might be wondering, why haven't they shot each other? Neither of us here can see the other one. Okay, let's have a look at turn 3 and see how this develops. Moving out to those villages there, so we're going to have a capture here, and Anonym has just managed to upgrade his city on turn 2, whereas I have not. It's turn 3 for me, turn 3 now, and I'm not getting that extra money that he's going to be. So I'm earning 3 money, we'll take a note of that. He's got in this city, however, I have just got my new village developed. Very nice. That's only, however, because I am player 1 and he's player 2, so in effect he's slightly behind, but not really. This is the same turn. It was all happening the same. I capture that, and now I get my upgrades 1 turn later, so that's 2 money that I've lost out from making the warrior. However, I'm going to get that other city. We're taking on his next city now. He has taken it and has managed to get another upgrade with that hunting. So he is now getting an income of 6. 5 money, 2 from the upgrades, and 1 extra from the starting village, which starts you off at 2 money. Okay, I'm taking my 3rd city now, using my hunting to upgrade it, and I go for an explorer. Now this explorer here will have to turn fog back on to see what its effect is, and as you can see, what has happened is he has gone south. Not particularly favourable. I would have much rather him go north, and I could have seen what's happening. Now, having taken no explorers, this is a very limited vision. He can see me, he has discovered me and got the extra income, but he doesn't know what's coming. Is riders coming? Have I gone eco? Is one of these my capital? These are things he just doesn't know, which will negatively affect what he's going to do. But he has got a pretty good guess of what he does here, moving that archer back, and then by clicking and holding to check to see if he's going to take damage from the shot. He didn't, because he, for me, is in the clouds. If that explorer of mine had gone north, I would have got a retaliative shot. It would have been better for me. But more importantly than just the retaliative shot is that vision I'd have of exactly what he's doing. I know what's coming, and I don't know he's not got another city back here. I don't know that back here is some water and these two untaken villages. It is perfectly well in my mind that he's got a warrior and gone back here, because that is the meta, to make another warrior on T0. Because of course it's not Imperious, it's not someone who goes straight into that eco tag. Let's keep going and see what happens. Oof, we have got 2 riders come up, and you can see, we'll turn fog on for the reason I brought this guy forward. I can now see more of what's going on, and I see this rider, and I'm starting to worry. He's getting riders, and I haven't got the tech yet. I've got 13 money, so I've got some abilities here of what I'm going to do, but it's still concerning. As you can see, I can't see anything back here. As far as I know, this is all land up here in the north, and with all that very important land, he could have a 3rd coming up for a 4th city. I just don't know. Let's disable fog and continue to see what happens. Taking shots. I take organization at this point, so I can upgrade that city and boost my income a little bit. He's going to use those riders to some nice effect. However, this one, due to positioning, wasn't able to properly run away. And that's going to hurt, because he's now lost a 3 cost unit to a 2 cost unit. It's not big a deal, but it all adds up, all those small little numbers. And now he has hit. He's left a 6 health warrior on a forest, and obviously we're playing Hoodruck. They've got that forest defense, so that's going to take 2 hits to kill. That's annoying. Not because it necessarily is 2 actions for 2 different people, but I'm going to have to hit while taking retaliation damage, unless I use my archers, which are a little further back at this point. I've only got 1 of them. He is of course sieged out this city, which is going to cost me 1 money. 1 money is not a big deal, but it's still negative, and it still hurts you morale-wise that you're being sieged in these front cities. You can't produce properly. He's got archers on him, and as you can see, he's got 3 archers here. This is a strong play. I go forth, take that city back, and if you were paying attention there, you'll see that I had the choice to either shoot him and then kill him with the warrior, or warrior him and then shoot him. It was an interesting decision, because I could have made someone on this city down here if I hadn't put that warrior there. The warrior going there is blocking that ability to make another unit and that production to fight better. He's in the front line. He could be killed by 2-3 arrows. I didn't know, but you can see there's no riders back here who can come in and take this city. But he could still kill that warrior with some archer fire. See what he does? He comes forth on my northern city. He sieges it. Now that is costly. Although I hadn't taken a workshop on that to get the extra income, that is still a reasonable income block to that city. And it hurts. That's 3 income of mine down the drain that I'm going to have to get back. But you can see the losses he's taking are slightly more. So it's balancing out a bit. Let's keep going. I managed to unsiege that and decide to pull back onto this relic. And I'm getting ready to go to this village. I know that if I can out-village this, I need to keep the eco going. At this point, I'm not sure what he's got back here. From all my knowledge, he could have another city. I presumed that he did. He didn't. I didn't know that. his eco is still, mine's 8, his is 7. That's not far behind. Let's continue. More conflict. I'm keeping my troops back. I'm keeping those archers ready. And he's trying to use riders. Now you can see here, the first road has just come in. So we can take a look at his text, and yep, he has grabbed roads. Something I didn't have, and something that could have been a worry if it wasn't for this city lead I'm about to get. So let's keep going. He's coming forth with that rider. But those roads obviously cost him a lot of money. He hasn't been able to upgrade to get the 5 quick income, and he spent 2, 4, 6, 8 money on roads now. They will help him in the long run. They are a brilliant investment and something you need to build in almost every poly game. But did he build them too soon? Should he have gone for roads? Was it the right choice? And from his position, if we just rewind just a tiny bit and we turn fog back on, he doesn't know how many cities he's got. He's a good player, but did he remember to check by clicking on these cities to see if they were my capital? I don't know. You can see by this 2 tiles down here that he should probably now see that there is another city down here. But these things can be missed, and if he doesn't know I've got those cities, perhaps that would have been justified. I don't think the roads were justified in this situation, but they're a good play, and his options, he really needs to go back to some more cities. He's got to build that eco. This attack is not enough. He's pushed these weak units. It's riders, it's archers. Not enough warriors for that bulk. They all costed him more money, and it's all just weighing down. Defense is always better than attack. And so let's continue here. So you can see he's made a warrior. I've come forth with my rider. That rider tech was very big, and although I've not properly utilized it yet, he knows that means that I can make riders at the back, send them forward and not take much damage. He's in my land, so I've got good movement. I could be building some roads in a turn or two's time. If we look at my tech, now I've got riders, and now I picked up roads. It's coming. I'm ahead of him in almost every field now. I got more cities. I got very slightly more income. I've not got those roads built yet. You can see that I did build one road here so I could jump across for some better attacks. And these people in the back are what's making the difference. It's people who I spent for future games that I didn't know if I would survive for. But I went for them because I knew I had to keep building the eco. Let's continue now. I make these units, and he can see from his position here, even with the fog, that, okay, he's got 3 units, 2 cities. He knows I got these 2, 1 extra. He doesn't know if this is my capital or not. I do have another one here. He can look at score. He can see it's not happening. It's just not happening. He goes ahead and resigns, and it's game over. It wasn't particularly anything he did wrong. I think if we zoom back out to the map, there was a bit of spawn advantage in my favour, but I wouldn't recommend his starting play. I think there's a reason why it's meta to go for that extra warrior, those extra cities. But what do I know? I'm not the best player ever. No one ever is. There's always ways to improve. This could have worked out brilliant for him. If he'd taken this city, if he'd had just that bit more, or I'd just put a bit too much away or in the wrong positions, it could have made all the difference. There we go. Game over. From his resignation, 4 cities, this one captured, and that is it. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next Polytopia cast video.